It is another Wednesday. I'm your host, Kenda, and this is my show, Minding My Own Podcast. Welcome, 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 welcome. I have two dope ladies sitting right in front of you. I have Shavonda and Bianca.
Hey, what's
Yes, let's make it live. It's a it's a requirement. Cool, cool. So today we are going to be talking about what it's like to be vulnerable. We're going to talk about some of the benefits of being vulnerable and some of the disadvantages as well. And I would like for us to kind of like just kind of share some experiences that we've had in that area. Um, so just to kind of start, what inspired this is there are some situations where people will just kind of like come to you and just pour their heart out to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are some people who would never do that.
Mm-hmm.
They would keep those things to themselves until they trust a person to a certain level to kind of open up and be more vulnerable with them.
Mm-hmm.
Which one are you ladies? Do you guys just go up to, like, if you're going through something, are you
Shit, y'all. I just told y'all
See?
about me.
So some people are like that, and I can be like, I'm in the middle. It's okay to be both.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the middle. Like if I feel your aura and it's like, oh, you're trustworthy.
Yeah,
I can tell you something.
I think that I could be both.
Yeah.
Whereas people will think they know so much about me.
Yeah.
And it's really only scratching the surface.
Yeah.
So you're probably like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like she done told a good ass story, and over, a time span or a period of time of us knowing each other. And it's like, no, you've only really scratched the surface.
Yeah.
You don't know everything. So it's like, for me, I've learned that I have to feed people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I give them, I guess you can say, just as much as what I'm getting from them.
Yes.
I've learned to not overstep my boundaries. Because even in my vulnerability, that can be like, because I can be a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And just because I'm not saying like that in a bad way, but most of the time I'm very high energy, as y'all can tell.
Yeah.
Even
The
when if
same
I ain't
way.
got no wine. But like most of the time I can be very high energy. So I know that can be a lot to somebody who's like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? So I have to learn to not put so much off on people, so much of myself, I should say.
Okay.
But then once I amp up and I get really comfortable with you, and then like you said, once I know that I can actually trust you in that manner, and the trust don't come easy.
Yeah.
But once I know that I can actually trust you, then at that point, I'm gonna load you down.
Yeah. I think
I'm gonna load you down.
That's ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because it kind of, I feel like you have to give a certain level of that to people in order for them to like really see you and want to like engage with you and develop some type of relationship with you. I had somebody tell me like, you got to tell me more. You got to tell me more. I've told you all this about me, and you've only told me a little bit. I don't know you. You got to tell me some more. Like, I feel like I still don't know you enough. You know what I mean? And I just told you all this stuff about me. So it's like, okay, then I'll be like, okay, well, what can I tell you? But I still tread lightly because I feel like you should only tell people what you want them to know.
Right.
What about you? Tell me a little bit about you.
Well, for me, I can do both.
Okay.
I get a lot of people that come toward me, and it allows me to actually open up to be vulnerable, because I get a lot of people that just, it's like a whole thing. I go off of energy as well. So it's like they like feel my energy, they tap into it, and I just ask them a couple questions and they running with it, and they telling me stories. I'm like, okay. And like you said, it's like I know so much about them, but where is it for me? So I
Yeah.
do have to share a little bit of that. And again, I tell them what I want them to know. And most of the times it's when I can get that feeling, or I actually am able to trust them in a certain way to where I can honestly go ahead and express a little bit more. But I definitely,
yeah.
excuse me, y'all.
No.
Definitely,
You be telling people.
Bread feed, y'all.
Yeah. What they call that, like breadcrumbing?
Yes,
Yeah. I'm that way. I mean, I just feel like you don't want to say too much, especially if it's things that's like linked to traumatic experiences.
Right.
Do y'all believe in like trigger warnings? Like before you have a conversation that might trigger somebody, do you say this is a trigger warning? Is it okay that we talk about this? Or do you just go right into it?
So no, I'm gonna keep it. Listen, okay, we got a little BB here. I'm gonna keep this shit all the way real. No, I do not say anything about a trigger warning. Because for me, I think I think that conversations should flow authentically, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm talking to you and you're really that person who I wish and I choose to be vulnerable with, and the same for me.
Yeah.
I don't need someone to say there's a trigger warning.
Right.
I have a thing where, and I saw this kind of floating around on Facebook, where it said when somebody's telling you their situation and that person says to you, oh, you know what, I've been through the same thing. It's not me trying to take away from your story. Right. It's more so me trying to tell you, I feel you, I understand you. Yep. So for me, and I ever since I read that probably like a year ago, and I've been very cautious with myself with that, because I recognize like that's me, like I'm that person, like girl, yeah, because same shit happened to me, but it's not to but it's not to like one up you or you know, it's just more so to say, you know, I done been through some shit too, you know, and
like I see you, we here.
Yeah, we here. So a trigger warning with me is not needed. Okay. You know, I think, and this is funny because me and my best friend, we actually were talking about this whole conversation. We talked a little bit. Yep. And I was basically, you know, I said to her sometimes, I said, you know, you have to understand that your triggers, it's not my responsibility to keep track of your triggers. Those are your triggers. They're not mine. You know what I'm saying? And the same was with me. You know, I have some traumatic, you know, something that happened traumatic when I was a kid and also in my adult life. Yeah. So every time somebody brings up, you know, and I'll just say someone overdosing. Okay. I lost my boyfriend of 5 years from that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When somebody brings that up, that's not a trigger for me. And maybe that's more so like with the healing that I'm, you know, everybody's saying we're healed. Yeah, I'm that person too. Whatever. But you know, I guess that's a part of, you know, where in my grief that I'm okay and I'm, you know, but I also have see, we can get deep with me.
We can, and I love it.
I also have, you know, my biological father is a pedophile. So there's also a conversation there, and that can be a trigger too. Yeah, that's not a trigger. I've a long time ago, I remember thinking in my head as I was laying in the bed, I think I was pregnant, and I said, "Fuck, my daddy is a pedophile, dead ass." Wow. And I cried, and at that point, I let it out. So that's no longer a trigger. That's no longer something that somebody can use and say, oh, da 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 da. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't think your sins of your father or your mother should be yours. No way.
Yeah. But even, you know, a lot of time our vulnerabilities, and I swear I can't say that word.
Our vulnerabilities. I was like, oh my God, we gonna have to say that word so many times. Right. And that do not flow well.
Right. But I think we can use sometimes our vulnerabilities as a way of keeping people away. Yeah. And that's one of my vulnerabilities, me telling people those two things, whereas somebody else may be like, I'm keeping that shit to myself.
Mhm.
I don't want nobody to know that.
Right.
I
You know
was
what I'm
gonna
saying?
say, what do you two think about how social media is basically like this huge place where people just spill their hearts out? They're on there crying. They're in the hospital beds with the IV in their arm, talking about I can't leave it. You know, people getting real vulnerable and with the public. And sometimes I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'm like, is this like genuine where they really need someone, or is this person just crying for her attention or something like that? Because sometimes people be overdoing it.
Yeah.
People be overdoing it on social media.
I feel like it's both.
Yeah.
You have those who are really emotional and they haven't actually sat down and was honest and was able to be vulnerable with their own self, or even the people that they actually spend the most time with. So they would go to social media because they know the people on social media, they will respond to them.
Yeah.
For us, like, I get vulnerable with my mom, my kids, pretty much all of them. And like, even like I said before, people out in the street, but it's a way for me. I have a lot of people that say, you mean, but once you really get to know me, it's something totally different because I like to dig deep. And it's not just to dig to get in your business. It's the thing of allowing it to come out so that you can release it. Like you said, you was sitting there and you just pretty much tapped into it. The realization is this is what it is.
Yeah.
Do I cry about it and sit and constantly go over and over? Because that's pain.
Yeah.
And then when you actually walk through it and then you can release it, you're able to move on. And it's like, okay, I have the realization that this is what it is. I'm not able to change him. I only can go off a base of, moving forward on my own life. But you were able to do that in the same sense of pouring it out. A lot of people don't get to do that. Some of them are scared. They don't want to tap into that piece because it hurts. Well, it hurts just going over and over with it on a day-to-day basis and not being able to share it with others, just holding it in.
Yeah. So when you say it doesn't trigger you, do you mean that it doesn't hurt anymore?
Well, the part about my father, no, that doesn't hurt.
Okay.
That doesn't hurt anymore.
That's
because
good,
I
girl.
recognize where, like, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? So and I recognize that I can't continue to use that, or I can't use that as a, some people use their triggers and their vulnerabilities as a reason or a way to hurt people.
Yeah, like as an excuse.
And so I can definitely say or try to use that as an excuse or something like that. The
Some
death
people
of my
will try and be a bad
boyfriend,
person and say, well,
this is why. Right.
Yeah.
The death of my boyfriend, I still grieving with that. It still stings. However, it's to the point to where, so when he first passed, I didn't want to tell anybody the reason why he passed.
Yeah,
right?
That had to have been hard.
You're ashamed. And then you look, you as people looking at me like, where you're this person, and why are you dealing with somebody that did this, and without even knowing the backstory of it, right? Yep. And so for me, at first people would be, I'll be like, oh, he just passed, whatever, but then I had to also think about, wait a minute, not only is this his story,
it's become
his
yours
story
now.
is ending, right? His story is done.
It's a start.
It's over. Unfortunately, it's
life.
On. Right. However, it is now my story.
Yep.
Exactly.
Damn, that I need to finish this grief thing. But anyway, but yes, and also that's something that's helping me through that, and it's taken so long for me to finish, because every time I pick it up, it kind of triggers that triggers and it However, I have to understand that that's my story.
Exactly.
I have a story, and that there's a lot of people, a lot of women that may be dealing with that same thing and may not know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you can definitely
So,
help somebody with your story.
Absolutely. And that was actually how I started the podcast. That's how my podcast started.
And tell everybody the name of your podcast.
Well, it's changed now. Because I'm healing and we be with that fuck shit. I love it. So
I love to hear that you're healing. That's amazing.
So the podcast prior, it was Purpose Over Pain or Pain Over Purpose.
Okay.
Now it has changed to Inside the Group Chat.
Nice.
So now it is me and my best friend and her two sisters. And of course we have a group chat and we talk about all type of fugazi shit. So we talk about sex. That's my favorite. But yeah, we ain't gonna go on that. But yeah,
I love that. Yeah. There was something you said earlier. You were saying that one of the things you had to get over was the opinion of others in regards to what you were gonna share with people. So when it comes to vulnerability, it can be risky for us too, right? Because we're risking sharing things that we deem ourselves as shameful or again hurtful, and to give those things to someone else, and we don't know how they'll react.
Absolutely.
You can feel. I've had this, and oh my God, I've had this happen where I said, you know what? I'm just going to tell. And someone didn't understand the capacity of how I still wasn't healed by it, how I still was hurt by it, and how it took so much in me to share that with them. And they were kind of careless with the information, you know, and I was just like, wow, I wish I never said anything, you know? So there's some resentment there.
Definitely.
When you're vulnerable at times. Some regret. You know what I mean?
That's okay.
And I think that's like one of the worst feelings is knowing that you're being vulnerable with somebody, especially if your intentions are pure. So I think it's if we talk about being vulnerable, we also have to talk about intentions. Because yes, somebody can be vulnerable with you, but they can only be vulnerable because what they think they may get after they become vulnerable, right? So I think that the intentions, you know, with that person has to be pure.
Right.
If it's not pure, then, you know, of course, but, you know, and even with, you know, with us sharing, that's definitely one of the worst things. We were talking about, again, me and my best friend, we were talking about this, and we were saying how a lot of men, they use that as an excuse as to why they are not emotionally available to women, or why they're not vulnerable with women. And I think that that's absolutely a valid argument. Because I think that, so say for instance, if me and you arguing and we in a relationship and I've told you how, you know, when I was growing up, XYZ happened. And boom, you bringing that up.
I've seen that. That's why your mama dropped your ass on your head. Some shit like that. Like, what? No, you did not. Like, bring that up.
So it's just like, you know, when you think about men and think about, you know, men are taught to be strong. Men are taught to not share the emotions. Men are taught to not, you know, share any of that. So when you have a man and he shares those emotions and he gets, you know, he gets into that space with you, and then you go and you get mad at him in anger and you throw that in his face, that's an ego.
That definitely is.
That chops at his ego.
And it cuts the trust.
It cuts the trust.
Oh my
off,
God. Yes.
You know? So like for me, like I take pride in saying, like, for men, like, I'm a safe space. Like, you can talk to me. Like, my man, like, boo. Lay your head on my. Come talk to mama, okay? Come talk to big mama.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't, like, because for me, I'm gonna be vulnerable.
Yeah.
I'm a Pisces. I'm
now.
big Pisces.
She like,
Okay.
it's all out here.
It's
It's out.
I'm tender. I'm barbecue tender. Okay. Ain't nothing, and which is so funny because my best friend, she's a Pisces. We same birthday. But she's more so, I'm more so barbecue. She's more so hot and spicy.
That's so funny.
And so I'm gonna automatically be tender. I'm gonna
Yeah.
automatically be, us women, we're taught to be nurturing, we're taught to be emotional, we're taught to be, all of that good stuff. So I'm automatically gonna be that for you.
Right.
But in a world that I know that women ain't being that for men, I'm gonna be that for my men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, y'all got a lot. Men have a lot that they
That's
going
true.
through,
They
and it's
definitely
not
do.
just no pick me shit or no shit like that, but just dead ass like from that relationship that I was in, where when he passed, all of the shit that this man was struggling with that nobody really knew about. You know what I'm saying? He basically had custody of his daughters. You know what I'm saying?
He had a lot.
A lot of shit that he was dealing with, right? And so the one thing that I could do for him was to be that person that he could talk to.
Right. Yep.
One thing that I can be for him was to be that, you got somebody that grew up on Atkinson.
Yeah.
I could be that person that he can talk to. And even the person that I'm dealing with now, being that person that they can be vulnerable with. Like, even if it's just a sense of, situationship, whatever the case may be, I don't give a damn. Tone.
Yes.
Regardless, any men that I deal with or not deal with, because me and Tone ain't dealing with but no, that's my friend. Any man that I know that I interact with, they understand and recognize that it's a safe space, that you can be vulnerable with me.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you tell me some shit about your mom, like I'm not gonna forget, but I'm gonna tell you that shit is so far in the back of my goddamn head. I got so much shit that I'm dealing with. I'm not finna bring that shit up.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what if you say to me, I done told you some shit and you tell me.
Right.
Which I've had somebody do that.
Wow.
I've had somebody bring that up in an argument, and I have not spoken to that person since.
And you ain't wrong.
And this is my child's father. I have not
wow.
spoken to him since. My child is going to be 16.
Wow.
Haven't spoken to him since that kid was probably 6.
Wow. That's 10 years.
Time.
Yeah. Because you got me fucked up. I don't play.
But go ahead. Got you fucked up. What you saying, Tom?
Question.
Oh, for the woman on the panel, what if you found out your man was vulnerable with a female coworker, telling their issues to them because of what you just said about it being thrown back in their face? Would that be a deal breaker for you to end the relationship?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Because I can't trust you.
Exactly. Trust is a big piece.
And you're not about to clown me in front of them people. And it's not okay.
Yes.
It's
and one thing for
not.
me is a big thing for me. I feel like I'm talking too much.
No, you're not.
But one thing for me is embarrassment.
That's a huge thing for me.
That's huge. You as the okay. This ain't my show. But I'm talking.
Okay.
I can talk the way that I can talk.
Yes, girl, be you.
You my nigga, right? In whatever type of situation, whether it be my man, my husband, situationship, slinky link, I don't give a damn.
Whatever we are.
Okay? When I get to the point of you are embarrassing me, I am done.
Yes.
And another thing that you won't do is you will not kiki or embarrass me with another bitch. That is one listen. Absolutely not.
There is no negotiation on
Absolutely not. I'm through fucking with you. I don't be with that fuck shit.
I was gonna say on the flip side too, like with women, when we're dating a guy, one of my friends said this earlier. She said, be mindful about what you talk to the new guy about, especially when it comes to your prior relationship. Because if you tell him too much about what your ex did to you, especially if it was an unhealthy relationship, they can use that against you too. And they can use those things as a way to manipulate you.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's another thing on the flip side. You know, we want to be open to guys and give them a place to talk, but guys need to be there for us too.
Exactly.
And not use it against us later. And I know, like, there's this huge argument about body count and stuff like that. So if a woman is vulnerable with a man and she's like, yeah, because yeah, like, and she tells him, don't call me no hoe ass bitch later.
No, dead ass. No, dead ass. Dead ass. Right. Because listen. So this is my, because I feel like I'm 43, right?
Yeah.
You know that when you meet me, I'm 43. You know that when you meet me, because I don't hide my kids, I got 4 kids.
Yeah.
Sis be fucking. Okay? My kids, you're going to ask me what my ages my kids are. I'm going to tell you 18, 17, and 16. You do the fucking math. Okay? Don't ask me what and I'm not saying that I have a tremendous and huge body count.
Yeah.
But I think that that's for me, that's a turn off.
Yeah.
Because I don't give a fuck what you did before me.
Yeah.
You with Big B now.
Yeah.
I don't care who you was with last week.
You with the big dog now.
On my mama. I don't care who you was with last week. You worried about a lot of men, they worry about the wrong shit.
Yeah.
You worried about, you probably got some other I had some guy tell me, you got options. Would you like to not be one of those options?
Right. Is that what you're trying to say? Because what are you saying?
Yeah. You worried about the wrong shit. You supposed to be trying to be the favorite option.
Yeah.
You's trying to be the only option.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you worried about my body count, my boy, you worried about the wrong shit.
Right. Right.
Bitch
Absolutely.
can cook. I can clean. I can keep my coochie clean. It's a safe space with you.
Right.
You worry about wrong shit.
Right. I
You
need
know?
you to just mind your business. A little bit.
Yeah. And then 9 times out of 10, how many y'all got? How many chicks you missing?
Right.
But that don't matter.
Right. They always say it don't matter. That's too funny. So just to kind of highlight some of the benefits of being vulnerable is like building trust, building that intimacy level. Also, like, just like we talked about, just the authenticity behind it. Just demonstrating that I'm giving you a piece of me, and it's because I want a piece of you too.
Exactly.
It has to be like a decision between those two people.
Yep.
That this is where we're gonna go, especially if we're talking about dealing with someone of the opposite sex or someone of the same sex for a romantic type relationship or bond. I feel like that's something that needs to be said. I feel like that's what makes it start on a healthy, track or whatever. So I think it's super important. Some of the things that I like to share when it comes to me being vulnerable with strangers is I like to talk a lot about my upbringing.
Yes.
Because it is unique. And like when I was a kid, my father was a police officer.
Okay.
And when I was a kid, something very traumatic happened to me. My mom was shot. So I always share those type of things because then people understand, that's why she's kind of shaky when she hears a gunshot.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you know what I mean? It's certain things like, well, that's why she gets kind of nervous when a police officer pulls up behind her because there was a bad, a negative situation that happened when she was a kid. So some things I share and be vulnerable because I never know where I'm going to be, but I know where I am. And I know that those things can come back around, circle back around. And I'm not 100% healed by that.
Right.
So I will share that with somebody just so they know and understand why I react the way I do to shit. Right. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So those are some of the big things. What about you?
Well, some of mine is, like you said, how I was brought up. I was able to live with both of my parents, and then I got separated from my mother and just live with my father. And now I'm back living with just my mother.
Yeah.
So it was a thing where I got to kind of experience, living with both of them and then both of them, as well as, go through an experience. Because a lot of things that I actually went through in my life, I realized that it was pretty much based upon each one of them. And it was amazing to me that I actually got to experience it, because just knowing how it is with both of them, it didn't give me that broadened idea of me being able to create my own self. So it was basically, well, I was trying to pay attention to both, and it was kind of hard paying attention to both, especially when there's up and down emotions, mental pieces going on. It's kind of hard. So when I was able to separate from my mother and just be with my father, I got to focus a lot on the masculine energy, how a man's supposed to treat me, how they not supposed to, or what not to accept from a man. I got to experience that. And then bringing me back to my mom in my late 30s, it really did something to me, because it allowed me to know that I didn't create my own life. I thought I was creating and living my own life, but in reality, I was living my mother life. Wow. If I never would have had that chance to actually spend with her, ask questions that I did not get to ask when I was a child, because it's stay in a child's place, those type of things, I was able to do that now, which I got to clearly see I was living my mom life. And it gave me that time to, what am I going to do? Am I continuously living her life, or am I going to create my own? Yeah. And she was amazing and loving enough to say, hey, create your own life, which gave me that chance to the opportunity to actually create my own life. And now I've been walking and living. I created my own life for the first time. Just going through my own vulnerability, connecting with certain type of people, realizing that them one of the people I was able to be vulnerable with, so I was able to connect with other people and be vulnerable with them, which gave me a lot of strength, to inspiration to actually get out and really go after the life that I've been creating for myself.
I love it. I love it.
So
I'm gonna clap for y'all ladies. Though.
I love it.
Y'all kicking some real shit in here.
Yes.
I be trying, child. Listen.
You doing it.
You're doing it.
Listen. I am a whole fucking mess. Okay, I am a mess. But I like you said, your and also like you said, your how we were brought up and our experience and things like that. They have a lot to do with how we handle our vulnerabilities. They have a lot to do with the healing, the just how we deal with people on a day-to-day basis. And I think that the more that someone actually like sits with themselves, I think that, like, I always say that every now and then I have to do kind of like a self-reflection.
Yes.
I like to. And I'm not on Facebook like, I'm gonna do a self-reflection. This may be just something that I may just be laying in the bed one day, and I may wake up and I may be like, okay, be where we at. You know what I'm saying?
That's self-evaluation.
Like literally, like, this is how I deal with myself, because I know that for me, I know that I can be a whole emotional mess, right? So I know that I'm trying to deal with those vulnerabilities. I'm trying to deal with those triggers. I'm trying to deal with all of that, because at the end of the day, for me, and I know we have children, all of us have children, I have 3 boys and I have a daughter, right? So with my daughter, I'm trying to teach her something that I didn't know. I didn't learn until my boyfriend passed, that was just 3 years ago. So I'm trying to teach her that it's okay to say no.
Absolutely.
Right? In any situation.
Definitely.
Any situation, whether it's a boy, whether it's, whatever the case may be, it's okay to question things.
Yes.
Within your age limit. You know, don't get too much. Too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, I'm trying to teach my boys the same thing, but I
Mhm.
think for a girl, it's just totally different,
It
right?
is.
So I'm trying to teach her those things. For my boys, my boys are my children, right?
Mhm.
So when I told y'all I'm very emotional, I love, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So damn near anybody that I meet, I love you. I love you, sir.
Big love.
Big love. Okay? I love you. However, but then once that happens and it doesn't pan out right, I'm crying.
Right.
I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm
Devastated a
crying.
little
I'm
bit.
devastated.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to teach my boys that and they've actually had circumstances where these little girls done took them out. Okay.
Wow.
They done took them out, god damn it. So I'm trying to teach them that it is okay to be vulnerable.
It
Mhm.
is.
However, you also have to know when to rein that in.
Mhm.
Right. So I want you to be masculine. I want
Yes.
you to know, and I want you to understand your emotions. I want you to be able to control your emotions. I want you to be able to know when you're hurt.
Yep.
Blah 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 blah.
And
But then-
vocalize them.
And vocalize
Exactly.
that in a good way.
Yep.
In a good
But
way.
I also want you to be able to rein that shit in and know when a bitch is playing.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay, because
Yep.
we players over here.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? We players over here. Okay, don't get it twisted now.
Don't get it
I'm
twisted.
tender. I'm all that good shit, but I'm a player also. Okay.
right,
Did I tell y'all before we started? Okay. Now, but no, dead ass.
Yeah.
And those are the conversations that I have with my boys, because at the end of the day, I want my boys to, when they get to the ages where they want to get married. And I have an 18-year-old. He's dating. He has a girlfriend. So when he gets to the point where he wants to decide, I want to be married, I want to, be for real with this girl. And even now, he has a girlfriend. I don't care. I want him to be able to be vulnerable with her. And I want him to be able to show that emotional side and that emotional maturity.
Right.
Right. Because I don't want his girlfriend, whoever she is, I don't want her to sit in a space where she feels that she's not able to share with him and that she's not able to be heard.
And we don't want these young men to become possessive and controlling over women.
Exactly.
Because they don't have that emotional control.
Right. And the way that they mama is, I'm not playing that shit.
Right. I ain't playing that shit either.
I'm
That's
not
so
playing
funny,
that shit.
I was just talking to Tone about this the other day with my son. Like, this girl got him in a chokehold, and I want to choke her.
Yeah. But see, the thing is like, that I don't play when it comes down to them mistreating women. You will not mistreat a woman. That you will not do that on my watch. I will beat your ass.
For real.
I don't know if I don't want to get censored or no shit like that. I'm sorry.
No, you good. You
sorry,
good.
Mark. But I don't want, like, I don't play that. You know what I'm saying? The one that's gonna be 16-year-old, he had a girlfriend. He used to be downstairs in the basement. I'm talking about just like going off.
You like, who the hell you talking to?
Excuse me?
Not in my house.
And I, that's my thing. You talk to a woman nice.
Yeah.
You talk to me nice.
Yeah.
Any man and I've been in relationships where a man has yelled, a man has, to try to get his point across, and I've shut down and I've cried and I've now, no, you're not gonna talk to me like that.
Right.
You're not gonna talk to me like that. And if I hear my boys talking that way to a woman, you're not going to talk to a woman that way.
That's like the beginning of verbal abuse. So we gotta check that shit.
Absolutely. The caveat to that is that they also have to know when to walk away when that woman is doing the same to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's hard.
It is.
It's hard to have, both boys and girls. And so I, being a single mom, I have to play both.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they got a pimp like me. But I know a little bit of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You've
So
been
I'm
around.
able to teach them both. I'm able to teach my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to teach my sons, But yeah, the vulnerability. Back to that.
So all of that ties together, like for real.
It does.
Yeah.
It definitely
Because
does.
they need to know that, first of all, discernment. That's huge. I think that
Absolutely.
easily attaches to vulnerability.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they need to know not to tell Susie what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, because Susie likes to talk and she gonna run to Morgan or whoever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
And,
like,
because everybody ain't your friend.
Yes. So it's like, even just that, like telling them that young so that they understand, like, everybody you can't be safe with. Everybody's not gonna be safe with you.
Yep.
And
that's when you get these hands.
Yes, exactly.
You tell my business, and I'm gonna beat. I'm giving you these hands.
Exactly.
I don't play about my business, man.
Exactly.
If I tell you my business, that's something different, right?
Right.
If I tell you my business, that's something different,
Yeah.
right? But ain't no way you should be going there and telling somebody else my business.
My business.
Because then we got a problem.
Exactly.
Right. Shut your mouth about me when I ain't around. And I have people that I have friends who, me and you are friends. We were all friends. I'm still your friend. I'm not your friend no more. Don't talk to her about me.
Don't talk about me to her.
Right.
Don't say my name.
Yep.
I've said to them, do not say my name to her.
Yep.
Do not say her name to me.
Yep.
Because it's too easy. It's too easy to go into that.
I've been in that situation before where I was introduced to someone. So I was cool with this person. She introduced me to a person she was cool with, and then me and her became cool. And then shortly after me and her became cool, her and her wasn't cool no more.
Yep.
And they fucked me up.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, damn, I just met you.
Right.
Now me and you cool, and now y'all not cool. And I didn't know what to do.
So was you able to still be cool with her, or you just
so now me and her ain't cool no more?
because this is the thing. So like, and I've been through that too, and I've had like
that was tough.
When
I don't recommend it.
No, when my boyfriend passed away, I immediately like just delved into, like, after I kind of like had my, my time where I just wanted to just lay around, just do nothing, depressed, all of that.
Yeah.
I immediately kind of like just got into like working real hard, doing, pop-ups everywhere. Somebody's probably watching that. They know who I'm talking about, but I don't give a damn. You know who I'm talking about too.
What did Cat Williams say?
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about too.
It's however the exposed.
But like we delved into, like, I just started doing like all of these popular. I met, this one chick. Ended up, she was like, oh, she's so cool. Like, like, oh, we click, we seem to have the same, and for me, I'm a person to where I sit back and I watch.
I'm the same way.
I may be loud. People probably watching like, no, but she was loud.
Yeah, me too.
No. I sit back and I watch.
Yeah.
I when you're not thinking I'm paying attention, I'm absolutely paying attention. So I'm paying attention to how you're treating your friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. This particular person, literally, I did not know anybody that she knew before I met her. Right. All of her friends coming to me. We're having conversations. I just can't do this no more. Best friend. I just can't do this no more. Blah, 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 blah. She ain't a friend. Da, 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 da. At that point, I'm sitting back and I'm watching. I'm like, yeah, no, I ain't gonna be, because I'm telling everybody, one thing, I don't like talking about people behind their back.
Right.
So I'm telling everybody, like, listen, y'all been her friend more than y'all been me. My friend. I haven't even known this chick a whole year. Right. I can cut the bitch off.
Yeah.
No problem.
Snip, snip.
Period. Bitch. Don't know you. And so, we were vulnerable with each other. We, our kids and stuff, like, all of that
together.
within that quick time frame.
Yeah.
However, I'm sitting back and I'm watching. And there was one situation to where we was all at the bar together, and she literally was talking about somebody. I'm talking about them like a dog.
I've seen that.
Like a dog.
And want to play innocent.
And when the bitch walked in the door, no, it wasn't even playing innocent. When the bitch walked, and I'm saying bitch, it's okay.
Yeah.
When she walked in the door,
heart attack.
It was, hey.
Ooh.
And in that moment, I said, no, you cannot be my friend anymore. In my head, you can't be my friend anymore. Because if you're going to do this to somebody who you claim that you don't like, I can only imagine what you're going to do to me.
Exactly.
And what you're saying about me.
Period.
And then again, I'm going to beat your ass. So, because I don't play that. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck around, because I'm going to treat you the same way that I want you to treat me. Yes. So in that moment, I was like, oh, I can't really be her friend like that.
Yeah.
Because this is, you know what I'm saying? And then she sent me, I remember one time we had a group text. We had a group chat, or all of us had a group chat. And which is so funny, because her cousin is like one of my best friends now.
Wow.
Absolutely. And her cousin does not even talk to her.
Now, is this person that you're talking about that you no longer talk to and the cousin no longer talk to, does this person have a lot of issues with maintaining and keeping relationships?
Absolutely. Wow. Because everybody that I knew, that I met through her, no longer talks to her.
I had somebody warn me about not talking to somebody.
I bet they did, and I bet I know who it was. And it's probably the same person.
So did you still talk to them?
No.
Okay.
I'm telling you. And I regretted it after. I said, damn, they did tell me I should have listened. Yeah. Yeah. But I just thought, oh, I'm just so great.
Right.
It ain't gonna be like that. It ain't gonna be like that.
Yeah.
Nope. Did it to me too.
And that's the thing with discernment. You know, when you talk about being vulnerable with people and having that discernment of who I should be vulnerable with.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, in that circumstance, I was vulnerable with her. Yeah. You know, there were things, as a matter of fact, the first pop-up that I did was the day that my boyfriend passed away, and I didn't know that he was dead. So that was, you know, a trauma bond there, you know, but I had to sit and I had to think about it like, oh, yeah, I can't be friends with you. Yeah. Because if you're going to talk about that person and that person and that person and that person and that person, and these are all your friends. I only knew, I haven't known you for more than a year. Can't be your friend anymore.
Yeah. Right. I had that happen once where I was just like, I don't, someone's telling me I just need to cut this off right now. And the person wanted to just keep talking about it. And I just felt like, do y'all feel like it's a point sometimes where it's just got too far gone, or the matter at hand is just it's done too much damage? That talking ain't gonna do shit. So let's just not go there. Let's
either we're gonna box or either we're gonna go our separate ways.
Yeah.
Time has expired.
Yeah, like is it we see that this ain't going right. You know, I feel this way, you feel that way. You not trying to listen to understand, you listen to defend. And now it's a point where you're trying to gaslight me and try and put everything on me, not taking any accountability. I've taken accountability and you keep throwing the shit back at me. We can't do. I can't do that. Like that to me, that's very toxic.
It definitely
absolutely,
is toxic.
Absolutely. We won't be having you know, these conversations and you know, all of that, too many conversations on how you're gonna treat me.
Yeah.
Right.
I absolutely will not do it. Friendship, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Not gonna do it. I think that if you don't know how to be a friend, I cannot be your friend. That's it.
Yeah, because
now my man
at this age, like you don't know,
right? If you don't know how to be a friend at this point, we can't be friends.
Yeah.
If you're going to, you know, if you're jealous, if you're, you know, you backbiting, you know, you like the men that I like.
Yeah,
that's weird as fuck.
It is.
I don't want nobody you want.
I knew a person who would date someone and then they would get really cool with the person's friends, family, kids, all that. And then after the breakup, they would still be connected to all those people.
Yeah, that's weird as hell. I don't know y'all.
Me personally, I'm not comfortable anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable anymore because I know that y'all tighter than we ever was. You always gonna put them first. It's nothing I'm ever going to say that is gonna, you know, win the argument.
Right.
So I do feel like at some point you got to cut ties. It's like you can't keep going with that.
Hell yeah.
Listen,
after my boyfriend passed, I will cut a bitch quicker than okay. Cause what we not gonna do is you're not gonna play on my heart.
Yeah.
You're not gonna play, especially and I hold my friends very dear.
Yeah.
Right. So like I have lots of friends. I be thinking about shit in the shower. And I was like, damn, you know how people be like, no new friends, or they be like, I don't have that many friends, you know, my circle is small. And I be reading those statuses and shit, and I be like, I be wanting to relate. I cannot fucking relate. I have a huge circle, right?
Yeah.
But I think that every single person in my circle, they get the same Bianca, right? So they get, you know, I may not talk to one person for 6 months down the line, but if that person calls me and I say that you're my friend and that I love you, if they call me and they need me, I'm there.
Yeah.
If I can. Right. If I can, because I'm busy as a bitch. But if I can, I'm gonna, by hook or by crook, I'm gonna try to be there.
Right.
So I take my friendships very, very personal. I only allow people in my space that I'm comfortable with. Like you say, that I can be vulnerable with, because I'm really goofy to the most part, and I don't want to be judged.
Yeah.
So I'm goofy, I make bad decisions, and I be high. So
Girl, you sound like me.
So I don't need nobody fucking judging me. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna be a good friend of you.
You're like, I'm already judging myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure out some ways where we can get some money. Okay.
Right. We're gonna be all right.
And we're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? My man, that might be a little different thing. Okay. I might get that nigga a couple more tries. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep giving you, especially if it's good.
We're gonna turn up to the comments. I'm gonna scale up. Mr. Devin Drink says, saying to someone, this is a trigger warning. It's so PC and I hate it. Hey dad, that's my dad there, Frankie.
Hey.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being proud of me. Thank you.
She is doing a good job.
Absolutely.
That is Sir Quentin, Mr. Shut Up and Hustle. That's my brother. Thanks for joining us. He said, I love my circle now. We love you too. We love you too.
Nice. Yeah, I think it's something to be said for people that have genuine friendships.
Yeah.
Regardless if you talk to those people, like me and my best friend, we talk every single day. Every single day.
Every single day.
Every single day. I don't give a fuck. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm about to take a shit. Well, not that, because I'm the T of my friend, not her. But we talk every single day.
Yeah.
All the time. As a matter of fact, when Tone called us, we were on the phone. That's how she knew I was on my way. But I said, just tell them I'm 2 minutes away. I'll be there. But it's very, you know, to have a genuine circle, genuine friends. Because these times people are weird.
Definitely.
They're getting weirder by the fucking minute.
You think people are oversensitive these days?
I
think yes.
I definitely do.
People are offended by everything.
I was taking everything.
I think that people. I think both.
Yeah.
I think that people are overly sensitive, but I also think that people are if that's a word, undersensitive. What's the word for that?
What's the word for that, Tom? When it's like they're disconnected too.
Yeah. They're numb. Yeah. So I think that we have both. We have both. We have both where somebody can be overly sensitive, and then we have where people are not sensitive enough.
Yeah.
So if you, as my friend, if I say to you, I didn't like when you did that, right? You my friend. You're not supposed to say, that's just how the fuck I am, desensitized. Right.
Desensitized.
You're not supposed to say, that's just how I am. No.
Let me clap to that.
You're not supposed to say that.
You're not supposed to say that.
You're supposed to say,
you're being vulnerable opening up,
Absolutely.
and then you just flip the script,
And
and
you
like
just
you don't
flip
give
the
a fuck.
Right. So at this point, you know what? We can't be friends.
Yeah, we can't be
We
friends.
can't be
at this
friends
time.
because you're desensitized to how I feel.
Yeah.
Now I can see if every single goddamn day I'm like, girl, what you said to me really hurt me.
Yeah.
Every single day. Now at this point, it's like, okay, bitch, you need to check your emotions at this point.
Mm,
You
right.
are not emotionally mature, right? But then for if I bring something to you and you're not in the space to where you hear me, we can talk about it and we can fix it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I need from my friends, and that's
Yeah.
what I need from my man.
Yeah.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Hear me, let's talk about it, and let's fix this shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if I have to say it again,
You gonna beat their ass.
now listen,
It's gonna be a fight tonight.
listen. Hold on, wait, because Tone turn around. Tone turn around. Now I did say
You mean
that
big
with my
business?
man, you get a couple more chances.
Look how he looking.
Well, let me
Because
ask
I will
you
give a
this.
nigga a chance.
Let me
Okay.
ask you this. Why do the guys get more chances than the girls?
You know why?
Why?
I'm gonna keep it real. The dick be dicking. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real, honestly, because when you think about it, right? If you had a man, right?
Yeah.
Your man was not making you happy in any other area.
And it was that.
That one area. Okay, this is detrimental. Okay, to me,
Life changing.
life changing. Okay, I might be able to work with you just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, might be able to work with you just a little bit because you dicking me down. You're doing what you need to do in the bedroom because that's my number one. I can't be with you if you can't.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? That might be half of my problem.
Hey.
Because I love the D.
Hey,
But-
she funny as hell.
But no, dead ass though. No, but really, honestly, when it boils down to it, I don't care.
It's the sexual chemistry that
It's
outshines.
it's absolutely the fact that you are fucking me great, and I am not able to see the real shit because really, honestly, if I wasn't getting good dick and you wasn't doing what you supposed to do, otherwise, I would be where? Gone.
Go far away.
You gonna see
It's the
everything.
dick. They
That's
can
so
tell you.
funny.
They can tell you as much as they want to tell you. They can lie to you. They can say, "No, it ain't the dick. It's the dick."
That's why Rihanna said in that song, she kept saying the beautiful lies, the
Yep.
tell me the lies.
Yep.
They was we know you fucking lying.
Yeah. Because really, honestly, what a man and a woman,
That's
are,
crazy.
we're all human beings.
Yeah.
But what is the difference between a man and a woman? The dick. I'm done. I'm done. I done came on your show and acted the plum
I
fool,
love
boy.
you. Tashima said, "Come on, what's her name, Kenda? Because I love her energy." Tashima, meet Bianca. Meet Miss Bianca. Yes, I had to have her.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, girl.
I mean, I just be trying to keep it real because a lot of people, they like to lie, they like to,
Definitely.
and they like to play both sides.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because I'm a woman, I'm not gonna speak up for certain shit. Like for me, I live my life unapologetically.
Yeah.
I like to fuck, like what Jill Scott saying that I'm spiritual. I raise my kids. I handle my priorities. I like to fuck a whole lot.
Ain't no point in lying about
A
that.
whole lot. Okay.
No point in lying about that.
I know how to treat a man. All of that good shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I promise you. I think I'm going.
But those are all essential pieces of life.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Those are all
Yeah.
essential pieces. God wouldn't have created all that if it wasn't important.
You know what I'm saying?
She said, keep it 100%.
I gotta keep it 100. I gotta keep it 100. You know, a lot of women, and then some you may talk and you be like, oh well, pick me shit. No, it's not pick me because I want everybody to be great. Like I love so much.
Yeah.
And not even just romantic love. right? Me growing up, I grew up in a loving household, right? Even though something very traumatic happened, my household was loving. I didn't grow up with a bunch of folks hollering and yelling and cussing and fussing, even though I cuss a whole lot. But my kids, they all right. Like my kids, they like, damn.
It's not my parents' fault.
Right. Like it definitely ain't my parents' fault. Like my kids, we have a fucking ball, right? Okay. Yes. So like the yelling, the cussing, the screaming, all of that shit, I didn't grow up with. Certain things I just don't put up with. I don't put up with, you're not gonna cheat on me. Friendship, you're not gonna mess with my man. You're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like there's just certain things that I'm not going to do. But then also there's certain things that I will do. Right.
So are you now saying boundaries have a part? With who you're vulnerable with.
Yes.
Look definitely. At that. That's a whole wow.
I can talk about that's key. Wow, all day long. Because boundaries. So how much time you got? So we can do this all night. So boundaries. I'm just not learning again. So the relationship with my boyfriend, we were together for 5 years. That relationship taught me so much about love. It taught me so much about being with a man, about loving a man, about friendship, because I lost friends while I was in that relationship.
Wow.
So it taught me so much. And when I say that now I'm totally a different person. Well, I take that back. I'm not really a totally different person. I like to think that I'm the person that I should have been.
Okay.
Before he passed. Right. Okay. So I'm now the person that, and I don't even want to cry.
It's okay.
Ooh, honey, barbecue tender.
It's all right.
Look, I'm now the person that I should have been before he passed. Boundaries. Didn't set up boundaries.
You learning, you growing.
When I was growing up, I'm a PK kid. I'm so you growing up and you being a pastor's child,
right.
You have to, you're moving and you're grooving the way that everybody wants you to be.
Yeah.
And
you
everybody
don't have no control.
And in the inside, I'm like, shit, I just want to be free. I want to cuss. I love God,
Yeah.
And I want to be free. I don't want to live my life in restraints.
Right.
Yes, I love God. I'm going to treat people correct. My morals are intact.
I'm
not a whoremonger. I'm not a wench. I'm not a, you know what I'm saying? However, now at this point, when he passed, because I remember he used to say to me, you so green. You so green. You don't see shit. You don't see shit. And I didn't. I wasn't seeing shit. So now it's like I see the shit. Right. So now my boundaries are a little bit stronger. My freeness is a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I know my mom will probably be like, God damn. The fuck. But that was also like one of like my first episodes of the podcast that I did. Why Are We Here?
Right.
And a couple other episodes of the podcast was This Is Who I Am Now.
Yeah.
And this is who I should have actually been prior, telling you bitches to kiss my ass. Okay. Not trying to be everybody's friend.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though I'm still that same person, because I'm still, I like to say that I'm still a sweetheart. But one thing that I instead of keeping it in my head, I'm vocal with it. Right. So if you pissing me off, I'm finna tell you that you're pissing me off.
Yeah. I still have a very hard time with doing that with everybody. I think it depends on the type of people that we're associated with. You ever had somebody you like, they're a total asshole, but you got to kind of get along with them in a sense, because the project, we got to get this done, and they're essential to the project.
Yeah.
But you're an asshole.
Yeah.
And as soon as this project over, I'm gonna tell your motherfucking ass.
I mean, listen, sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes, and even while the project is going.
Yeah.
I need to tell you that you an asshole. And I need to let you know that I need you to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Or this project won't be finished.
Or it won't be finished.
Because I will cut the fuck out. Okay? Unless some money is involved, then I'm gonna try to make sure I get my money. But fuck with me and I'm out.
Oh my God. I love it. I love the rawness of her. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Bianca and Shavonda.
Now I'm tired of here. I'm gonna go home. I'm like, but no.
I love this. This has been great. This has been great. This is just what was sitting on my heart. You know?
Aww.
Yeah, this was sitting on my heart. So I'm so glad that we were able to talk this through.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because
I was excited about just listening.
Put your little twin
go.
Listen, I'm gonna take my show on the road. I got a lot of shit. I promise you, I got a lot of shit. But that's why I got a podcast, because I talk a lot of shit.
Yes.
I was gonna say that's kind of a way for us to be vulnerable. We're being vulnerable right now.
Right now.
Right
now.
now.
Right now.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was told. So,
so
and this is probably off topic, and Tono, I love to go off topic. But this is, and you said this is why we have a podcast.
Yeah.
Because we're being vulnerable with that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was told, and let me put this out here, not but somebody that I give a fuck about. Okay. But I was told that me having a podcast was me seeking attention.
Are they fucking for real? Oh no.
Somebody said that to me too. So yeah.
Who?
You can't say names right now.
No, not her. No, this was a guy.
Okay.
This was a guy that said this.
No,
And
no,
this,
no,
this
no,
was
no.
this was a guy that
They
said
got it
this.
twisted.
Which he's a non-factor. It was in the comments type shit. But he was like, I was like, and we were talking about Savannah James and her and all of the comments that took place after she decided that she was going to have a podcast. And we were discussing that, and he said that women who have podcasts are doing that because they're attention seeking. And I said,
no.
I said, well,
I don't.
I said, so you're saying that I have a podcast. You're saying that I'm attention seeker. He was like, yeah, da 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 da. So I had to run this shit down. Like, hold on, fam. Let me tell you something real quick. I'm a pretty bitch.
Right.
I've been pretty since I've been living.
Right.
Okay, don't need attention for that.
No.
Okay, been getting attention. I got 4 kids. Been getting attention.
Right. They
right.
want
Okay.
enough of my attention.
I work a job. I'm a trainer. There's attention.
Yeah.
Because I train.
Exactly.
I don't need a podcast to show or to get attention from.
If anything, we pod because there are issues that need attention.
Right. And we got
not
shit to
because we
say.
need it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why we talking about your bitch ass.
Yeah. Exactly. And guys pod too. So tell him to shut up. That makes no sense.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a goofball.
He wanted attention with that comment.
Period.
He was trolling.
He was
Trolling. I can't stand trolls.
Yeah.
That's just too much. On another note, I was super vulnerable yesterday, and I went on stage and I did poetry at Mi Casa Su Casa.
It was so
Now they do that every Tuesday, right? Every Tuesday at 7:00. I'm shouting them out because I had a great experience. Shout out to y'all.
I think it's awesome.
Thank you.
I have not yet go there yet.
It was
I heard
very
their food is
scary.
good.
Pasta's dope.
Yes, they got some good food.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God.
Fine.
Okay. She wild.
Huh?
We're gonna tell you again after the show.
Right.
Right. Because some shit we can't repeat.
Right.
But listen.
You know you can't take me nowhere, Tom. So let's just keep this shit real. However, I'm a whole vibe. So what you talking about? You have a good time. Okay.
This is my first time meeting her, y'all, and I'm enjoying myself.
She is just she is everything.
She definitely a vibe.
I love it. I love it. I love bringing people together.
Yeah.
I love bringing people together. Yes.
I'm trying to tell you.
So I have been wanting to get on that stage for over a year.
Really?
Yeah, for over a year. I was seeing other people do poetry. I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to find another outlet that was a little bit more intimate for myself.
Right.
When we pod, it's more public. It's not as
Right.
intimate, but when we sit down and we write our thoughts
Mm-hmm.
and we make art out of our thoughts,
Yes.
that's a whole
Yes.
nother way
Yes.
to be vulnerable.
Yes.
And I took my ass on that stage, and all them people was looking at me, and I was so scared.
I love it. I love it.
But what helped me through it too was me telling them in the beginning, I'm scared as shit, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. And they're like, it's okay, go ahead. So even that, like, just that, like, being in different spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Where you can be open, be you, and people are all there to do the fucking same.
Yep.
Yes.
Those type of spaces
Mhm.
I love.
Me too.
I enjoy myself.
That's what I felt with y'all when I came to the panel.
Yes.
And I'm feeling it right now.
Yay.
and I think that's something that when you because even when me and you first met,
Yeah.
I was like, shit, we about to record. Come on, pull up a seat.
She showed
Literally.
it.
You
And
know
I
what I'm
told her
saying?
some shit about me
Yeah.
off the fly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't tell everybody that.
Yeah. And
So-
I think that's a wonderful thing to where, you know, people feel like you are a safe space.
Yeah.
Yes.
However, on the flip side, and we didn't even talk about this, but on the flip
Yes,
side,
let's hear the flip side.
when is it too much?
Yeah.
Right. So like for me, I'm an empath. I'm very empathic.
Mhm.
Again, I'm a Pisces, but I'm an empath. So okay.
Yeah.
So if you tell me something and it may be, you know, something tough to hear or, you know, something like that, I'm gonna take that in. And I may even sit with that.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I have to learn to not do that. And I have to say, this problem is not my problem.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's where it's hard for me.
Yeah.
It's hard knowing that, and I'm trying to use an example that doesn't call anyone specifically out. So, you know, like I have a friend who, well, I'll say it because she don't give a damn. My best friend, again, we're both Pisces. We're both very empathic.
Mm-hmm.
She's not able to not sit with that for so long. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas me, I can sit with it. I can say, that's not my problem. I'm gone.
Yeah.
With her, if she reads a news article, if someone comes and tells her a sad story, she's going to sit with that for a minute.
Me too.
Okay.
I'm a Scorpio.
Yep. Oh.
Well,
I'll sit with it for a little minute.
I like the men Scorpios.
I sit with it for a little minute. Oh my God. You hear this?
I don't know about the females though, but I
You
like
hear
the
this?
men.
Me and you getting along right now. Quit playing with me.
I'm just playing. I'm just fucking with you. But no.
Oh man.
But no, I think that's really hard.
Yeah.
You know, for, as you say, so we're both water signs, so we
Mhm.
know that's just like really, really hard to get out of.
Yeah.
You know, somebody being vulnerable with you, but then it's just like, oh shit, that's not my problem.
And betrayal, somebody betraying me
Mm-hmm.
is like one of the worst fucking things. Like that is something that I just like if I trust you, I open up to you about something that I'm going through and you extend a helping hand, but you only give me just enough.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking that that's all you got, you know, and then
Mhm.
later it's like,
I ain't got something.
surprise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
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 Like you wasn't being genuine from the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like
Mhm.
I have a hard time when it comes to like betrayal.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's certain shit you just can't come back from.
Yeah,
Right.
like fam, like
yeah.
if I know that you betrayed me, that I can't trust you, for me, loyalty is huge.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
It is.
That's one thing that would I prefer love over loyalty? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, would I prefer loyalty over love?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah. So because the loyalty, my loyalty for you, that's going to stop me from betraying you. That's going to stop me from, I'm not even going to say lie to you because, well, I'm not a liar. I hate liars. I can't tell a little lie. Keeping it real. But I'm not gonna hurt you. Your best interest is always gonna be I may not talk to you every single day. Just had a situation where somebody talked about somebody who is very close to me. I don't talk to every single day because the relationship between me and that person is a tad bit strange, right? Or strained
right
now. However, I still love that person. My loyalty still lies with that person. So when that person open their mouth, here I come. Because what we not gonna do, right? So the loyalty to me is so much.
Yeah. I'm still holding people's secrets from, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
Like I will hold your secrets. I'm not gonna tell nobody if we fall out. I'm not gonna go telling everything that you told me because that's your life.
Exactly.
For one. And I just don't believe in that. Like that's silly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And don't do that shit to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I told you something out of confidence. That's between us. That's another thing I've struggled with when it comes to like building bonds with, not with all women, but with some of the women that I've tried to develop relationships with, is I confide in them in confidence. And I shouldn't have to say this is between me and you.
Right.
But unfortunately, I have to fucking say,
I always say
this
that.
is between me and you.
Yeah.
This is between us. Please, don't take this out. If you think you can't hold what I'm about to tell you, don't let me go on.
Right. Now, I'm going to keep it real. Don't tell
me to speak.
I keep secrets.
Yeah.
But I do tell my sister.
She's like, it's just this one person who can get it out of me. But she's not gonna say nothing.
My sister don't even live here. She live in Arizona. She don't know half the folks that I know. I be telling her about. She don't know none of these bitches. Okay. Unless it's just something that's just like so deep.
Yeah.
But me and my sister, yes, we have our kikis.
Yeah.
We absolutely have our kikis. We have our talks because I got to talk to my sister and I got to make sure that what I'm feeling is accurate. Right. So I got to be like, girl, let me run this shit past you real quick.
Only person I can be, I'm like that with is my man. Like it might be something that happened. And I'm like, I gotta tell you this.
See, the dick gonna give you, the dick gonna make you,
and that's only sometimes, not all the time.
Right. Oh yeah, because
and again, it depends on what it is.
Right. Right.
Like for example, I had a situation, and this is just, I'm not gonna give the whole deets, but just generalize it. I had a situation where somebody was being hurt, and I wanted that person didn't want me to tell anybody that she was in an abusive situation. I'm not gonna tell nobody else, but I'm telling him. You know why? Because if I'm with you and dude pop off, he needs to know what the fuck he bringing to the table. Yep. So yes, I did tell him that because he needs to know that if I'm with you,
absolutely, and
something happened.
Right, and she was being vulnerable and telling you what was going on.
Yeah, but
you also have to make sure that you are playing yourself safe.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Because like you said, if somebody else is around, you know what I'm saying? If and he come around acting crazy, I'm gonna need to call my dude.
Yeah,
so my dude know what's going on. Right. Yep. So yeah, I think that it's okay because just like, I have friends that tell me things, right? And again, it's not like I'm just, after somebody tell me something, I'm calling myself like, girl, guess what?
Right.
No.
Right.
It's more so whereas, I'm worried about my friend. My friend told me this XYZ. What do you think? Did I give it good advice? You know what I'm saying? That's my big sister. So I trust her. I know that she's going to give me the correct advice. My sister is a Leo. I'm a Pisces.
My best friend is a Leo.
Yeah, we literally we bump heads, but I love her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Probably the only only Leo that I love. Okay, because I can't stand a Leo. But you know, I tell her things not to be messy. So that does not disrupt the loyalty that I have with my friends.
Yeah.
It's more so like a check over. You know what I mean? Did I give the correct information? Or did I give the correct advice? Am I on point with what I'm feeling?
I do that too. And I've learned to scale back through a few experiences. I've learned to be more confident. I think that's another thing, because at a point I wasn't so confident.
Right.
And I needed to seek out clarification or validation with some of my judgment or some of the moves that I wanted to make. Or even after the move was already made, I had to say, damn, did I do that correctly? Right. And was I in the wrong? And if so, what should I do better next time? So I have taken certain situations and went to like a small group of friends and was like, and I always start with, this is between me and you. I'm not trying to hurt no hearts.
Right.
I don't want no drama, nothing.
Right.
But this is my story just as much as it's theirs.
Yep. Because now they've shared it with me.
Exactly.
And I've put my piece into that.
Exactly. And now it's become a part of me. And since I got involved.
Right.
Well, for me, I'm more of a energy person. So I pretty much feel different type of things when people come my way. So if a person is really, like y'all said, if they're going through something and they're really emotional, I will feel that.
Yeah.
So I don't even have to tell other people, because they will look at me and see, hey, what's wrong?
Mm-hmm.
And it's nothing. It's not something that I need to talk about. Just know that I'm okay. But I pick up people energy and it puts me in a space. I feel different things where I could feel pain. Like I was just telling you, I'm sitting here crying, and it's like, but it's a thing of when you talk about your ex-boyfriend, I feel that. So even when I do not try, which pretty much kind of got me in this whole little silent thing, because I'm picking up your energy and it's putting me in that space to say, dang, I really feel it. Like, even though I was not there with you, I still connect with you on that level.
Yeah.
And I do that with a lot of different people, and it's really and sometimes it put a toll on me, because I feel so many different people, and it's like, what do I say to these people? How do I respond to them? I want to be vulnerable, but is it a place for me to be vulnerable right now? Because they're so vulnerable, they need that motivation, that inspiration to say, hey, it's okay, you can go through it, you can move through it.
Yeah.
But for me, I just, like I said, I get in these spaces, I am so much an empath. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Same here.
Like, it's like, how do I actually, I'm still trying to live with it and go through it on my own to figure out how do I every day live my own life, but then tap into other people and their emotions. Because even though I know that their situation is not my situation, it's for me to give them some motivation, give them some inspiration. They don't know. A lot of people don't know that I feel these type of things, and I can actually tap in. I know what's going on with them, not per se their story, but I know I can feel it.
Something
and they're
is up.
like, I'll just give them a hug, or pat them on the back, and it's like, they like, and yes, I know, I can feel it. It's not just me watching or observing or y'all listening to me. It's deeper for me than that. That's why I really like to go deep with other people, because people don't like to tap into the deep pieces, but it allows them to be able to release things. So it's not bothering them. So it's not affecting their day-to-day life.
I was going to say, I think it's a balance that you seek to find when you're empath. because here's how I think. This is how I think. I think everybody was born with a heightened sense.
I do too.
I think we all have a superpower.
I do too.
Yours could be you are a great listener.
Yes.
But you're not good at explaining yourself.
Yep.
You might be great at explaining yourself, but you have a hard time listening.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I might be good with physical connection. I might be able to embrace you and love you, but it might be somebody else who's a little bit off about touching you and absorbing your energy that way. So I feel like because we all have our own superpower, we all have our own abilities. That is why relationships go the way they go. And that is why you can feel those things and people are confused because they can't feel that.
Exactly.
Right.
They don't understand how can you feel this?
Right.
You know what I mean? Without me even telling you what's going on with me, you just know that I need a hug right now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And and I think it's definitely, like you said, like all of us are basically saying that we're empaths. So, we definitely understand, where each of us are coming from. I think that the hard part, though, is that we have to make sure that when somebody is being vulnerable with us, when that we are able to acknowledge it for what it is.
Yeah.
This person is being vulnerable with me. Their situation is not my situation.
Not.
I cannot maybe do anything about the situation. Sometimes there's not even a word that needs to be said. Or sometimes it's not even a point where I need to say something. Right. Sometimes like I have a couple friends who they, experienced somebody that passed away as well. Well, I can clearly understand how you feel. Right. But in that moment,
they might not want to hear that.
Sometimes, there's sometimes for me, it's not for me to even say anything. Right. So I've said to, a couple of my friends, if you just have to come over and just lay in my bed, and well, you can lay in my bed. My bed is free. Don't nothing be happening in my bed.
Just come put your feet up.
I go to his house. Ain't nothing happening in my bed. So my bed is clean.
Right.
I go to his
Dirty minds.
Freaky ass nigga.
Freaky ass nigga.
Guy. Yes, nigga, you a 69 guy. Rah, for y'all.
All of that takes place at his house. Not mine. Okay? But you can come and lay in my bed. And I just won't say anything. I remember I had one of my friends who recently experienced a pass. Someone passed away. And I said to her, she was like, I'm just having a bad day. I'm having a bad day. I'm leaving work. I said, okay, cool. Bring some weed. Come and lay in my bed.
And I'm working. Chop it up and we gonna just...
I'm at my desk. I'm working. Pass me the blunt when it's my turn. I don't have to say anything. I'm, just so that you know that I'm here. And even in them not saying anything, that's a lot of vulnerability because we already know that there's a lot of people who can't just sit and be quiet. Just shut the fuck up. There's a lot of people that cannot do that. They're uncomfortable with silence. I talk a whole lot, but baby, I will shut the fuck up. Okay?
I love me some good silence.
Listen, okay? Okay? Let me look on over at you.
We good.
We good. We straight. You hungry? You straight? No? All right. Pass the blunt, goddammit.
I do that in the car.
Let me finish this email.
We be riding in the car, no music on sometimes.
I do too.
We just be sitting there.
I can't do that.
I definitely.
I do that sometimes.
I be in my car. I be selling drugs. I be all type of shit. Okay? I be all type of shit in the car, rolling. Kids and shit in the back like, Mom. Shit, we selling drugs around this camp.
You so crazy.
We mixing in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
She is crazy, y'all.
But no.
Oh my God. But yeah, I feel what you're saying. I had to talk to my daughter the other day. She texted me. She said, Mom, I need to talk to you. And immediately I'm like, what's wrong? Like, she's like, well, I just need to talk to you. She was like, I feel like when we have conversations sometimes I can't really tell if you're if you're all the way in it, if you're interested. I can't tell like where we're going with the conversation. And I said, honey, so here's the thing. One thing is she likes to vent right when she gets off work. She works in customer service. So as soon as she gets off, she hops in my car and she just dumps it all on me. I had to tell her, honey, you don't know what mama went through before she came and picked you up.
Nope.
So sometimes it's not that I'm not interested. It's also I'm trying to manage what I'm feeling.
Yep.
And also be a good ear to you.
Yes.
But also there's no expectations that have been set for me.
Right.
I don't know if you want mama to just listen. I don't know if you want my advice. I don't know if you're just venting. I don't know.
Right.
So I had to explain that to her. So do me a favor. Before you get in and start telling me all about that, start with mama, how was your day?
Right.
Because if you just give me
that part,
then you can gauge how I'm feeling.
Exactly.
That part.
And then we can communicate.
That part.
Because it's not that I don't want to hear how your day was.
Yeah.
And then I had to even tell her, like, there's been times I've been listening to you and I've given you advice and you did not like what I said.
Yeah.
And you showed it very clearly that you were frustrated with my response. And now when you talk to me, I keep it low. I don't say much because I'm like, okay, she must just be venting because when I give my advice,
you don't want to hear it. It's
yeah. When
get the fuck out my room then.
Right. You don't want to hear the advice. So I don't know what you want.
Right.
So start telling me what you want. So when you come to me, Mom, is this a good time to chat? I just need you to listen. Okay, now I know what you need.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Mom.
Yep.
I need your advice.
Yeah.
Now I know what you need.
Yep.
So we had a really good talk. And now she can be vulnerable in the way she needs to be. And I know what I need to be to her.
Yep.
So, I mean, that was a growth moment.
Yes.
And I think that is really, really important. Not only when we're thinking about in terms of our children talking to us, but just in terms of anybody talking to us, right? So this is something which a lot of people are probably not going to be like, what the fuck? But so I told you I'm a preacher's kid, right?
Yes.
So growing up in the church that I attended, our pastor was a teaching pastor. So there's a lot of shit that I know that people don't think that I know because I talk a lot of shit, but I've been taught, right?
Yes.
So we learned the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah.
Right. So in the beginning of the Lord's Prayer, and this is how they taught us. So this is how the shit just stuck with me. Right.
Yeah.
So in the beginning of the Lord's Prayer, the motherfucker who was praying, and I'm sorry, I gotta say it in my words,
in her language.
The motherfucker that was praying, he didn't just come and say, "God damn it, Lord, I need XYZ." Right. These are my woes. Right.
Yeah.
What he said was he gave reverence. He gave, this is who you are. I acknowledge who you are. Right. So we should apply this. Oh, this is a word. Soundbite. You may want to clip this one. So we should apply this to the way that we deal with people.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm not just gonna come to you and say, hey, I need this.
Right.
This is what's weighing on my heart. This is da-da-da-da. No, I'm gonna say, are you okay?
Right.
How's your day going?
Fill it out.
Yeah. Fill me out.
You need some?
Schmooze me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can schmooze me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, rub on my booty a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Before you come and you ask me some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to. So in that example of the Lord's Prayer, he used that as a way to come to God and say what I need. He acknowledged who he was. The reverence of who he was. He said, thank you. first of all, I'm going to thank you
Yeah.
for everything that you've given me so far.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Then now at this point that I've acknowledged you, I've reverenced who you are, I've thanked you for the things that you have given me thus far. Now, what the fuck I want, right? So now I'm gonna get to what I want because I filled you out. You know what I'm saying? I've reverenced who you are. I've kind of smoothed you a little bit. So now I'm gonna ask a favor, and it may not even be just a favor. It may just be, I need somebody to talk to. I need somebody to vent. I need some. But even though with all of that, yes, you cannot just come to me. And that was a really good lesson that you taught her. You cannot just come to me and say, right?
Yeah.
You can't do it.
No.
There's absolutely, because as a matter of fact, if you come to me like this, I'm gonna be like this.
Yeah.
Fuck you won't.
Yeah. Especially when I done pulled up, I was bumping my music. I was in a vibe. I was in the zone.
Yeah.
Now I gotta turn my music down right in the middle.
Yeah, check my shit. See how my shit is going for the day. You know what I'm saying?
Check
Before
on
you
me.
unload on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me know that, first of all, yes, of course, you got some shit that you want to talk to mama about. And I think, and you know what? I'm going to take that and I'm going to use that with my daughter because she does that a lot.
Yeah.
She'll come to me and she'll say, "Oh, I want to talk to you." And I'm sitting there and I'm scrolling, and she may look at me and say, "Oh, she's just scrolling. She's good." In my head, I got 50,000 things going on. And she may not understand. Mama got about 10,000 things going on in her head. And me adding to, "Oh, mama, this is what happened to me at the shop. This is what because she braids and she has a lot going on in her day."
Yeah.
So
she want to tell you.
This is typically what our day consists of. Is that I'm doing my day. She goes to school, she goes to work, and then she goes and works at the shop.
Yeah.
So all of this, and when she gets home, she wants to bust it out and she wants to tell me. Yeah. And I'm sitting in, by the time that she gets home, it's 10, 11 o'clock.
You beat.
I'm high. Okay. I'm relaxing. Okay. I'm about ready to hit that rose. And I'm ready to go to fuck to sleep.
Right. Okay. I'm tapped.
So, baby girl, what you want, boo?
Yes.
And sometimes she may just bust in my tone. Really? Sometimes she may just bust in my room and be like, "Ma."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What?" Out. And then she like, "Never mind." And I'm like, "No, just pay attention to how you came at me." Right? Pay attention to how you came at me. A bitch is tired.
Right.
Okay? Now you finna come and you finna unload some shit on me.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna work.
And it be the stuff that just made them irritated throughout the day. And you my child. So if you irritated, believe me, the moment you unload that shit, I'm irritated too.
I'm irritated too.
Together.
And now I'm gonna want to beat somebody's ass.
And we can't do nothing about it. It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 11
I gotta
o'clock.
go to sleep with this shit on my mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be up.
About that.
I'm gonna fall asleep in about 15 minutes because it don't take me that fucking long to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Again, I'm high, I'm tired, and I'm frustrated. And I'm a single mama of 4. Okay. So it's not gonna take me that fucking long. I'm gonna send it. I'm the person that I'm gonna send that text. And I'm gonna be out.
You're gonna be out.
So it's not gonna take me that fucking long.
Right.
Right. But I'm gonna fall asleep by 11:15. By 2:15, a bitch is gonna be up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. And at that point, I'm gonna be thinking about what the fuck my daughter just said.
And now you want to talk about it.
And now I'm fucked up because I can't go back to sleep and I gotta be up at 7:30.
And then as soon as she get up, it's like, okay, so now what happened?
Yeah.
Wow. And I've been thinking about this all night.
Yeah. So it's like, come to me in a way that you would want me to come to you.
Yeah.
Right.
And the easiest way for me to think that or to put that in my mind's eye is the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I'm a preacher's kid or whatever the case may be, but that is the easiest and the simplest way of how I was taught. And as a matter of fact, what they said to us is that if you want something, this is how it should be modeled after.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck. If you don't believe in God, if you don't believe in Jesus, I don't give a fuck. That's not my struggle for you. And those of you that are watching, right?
It's still the story.
Right.
It's still
the
a good
story
lesson.
is the story, and the lesson.
Yep.
And that you take that is that just don't come to me on no bullshit immediately.
Right.
Like give me a little sugar coating to the bullshit. Okay? Give me a little, hey mama, you want some McDonald's? Yes. Some McDonald's. Hey mama, you want a Pepsi? Yes. Or how about this? Hey mama, I washed the dishes. Fuck yeah. Tell me what you want.
Yes. Amen.
Tell me what you want. I clean the kitchen. Yes.
You clapping for washing these dishes.
Yes. Real quick. I told my son, I started at the bar yesterday. So I told one of my sons, the only one that is not actually working right now the younger one is not working, of course, but the 16 or soon to be 16 years old, he's not working. So I told him, I said, hey, when I get home at about 3:00, please don't let me come in this motherfucking house. That's what I said. That's how I said it. Okay.
You said it how you said it.
Said it how the fuck I said it. I said, please do not let me come into this house and my kitchen is dirty.
Yeah.
I done cooked. I done fucking worked. 9:30 to 5:30.
Yeah.
Then I came in here and I cooked. Now I'm finna go back to another job. And I'm not coming home to 3:00 in the morning. Do not let me come the fuck home and my shit is a mess.
Right. I want to see it clean. Give me
Guess
some
what?
peace of mind.
I came home and my shit was clean.
Yes.
Guess what?
Good job.
Buddy got a birthday next week.
I know that's right.
Buddy can get whatever he wants. That's how that works. You know what I'm saying? You can do what the fuck.
Yes.
I'm the mom. You can pretty much do what the fuck you want to do. Keep my house clean and get your grades.
Yeah.
Have your grades together.
Yep.
If not, I'm beating your ass.
I want to take some I want to take some of the comments here. Tone, do me a favor, scroll up a little bit here. Okay. So Savannah Quinn said, shut your ass up. My girl Savannah. Hey Savannah. She said, I understand it's totally them all facts. Yes, that's what my daughter does. I had to learn not to respond in that tone with her because she doesn't want to be a bother to me. They have to learn to be soft, patient, and understand that we have feelings too.
Yes.
Absolutely, Savannah. Quinn says we didn't communicate with our parents. It makes us bad communicators.
Yes.
I be talking a little too much with mines.
I feel you, Quentin.
Yep, I feel you, Quentin.
Kids probably be like, yeah, mama.
And Savannah also says they don't understand that we carry a lot and wear a lot of hats. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And so, yeah, that's why I have to break it down to her. Say, hey, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't care what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Sometimes I just can't take no more in.
Yeah.
You know, and just give me an hour.
Right.
You know, or I can tell you that. I can set expectations for you and say, I do want to talk about this with you. Let me just decompress.
Right.
And I'll knock on her room door in an hour. And
Go right back to
you ready to talk?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So yes.
See, I can't do it. I gotta catch mine. When she be on the go more than me. I gotta catch her ass when she ready to talk. I gotta cut that shit out, and I gotta hone in. Cause if not, I ain't gonna talk to her ass until the next day.
Scroll
And at
down
that
for
point,
us,
she
y'all.
done missed it.
Oh, look at that. Okay. She said, I promise, man. Listen, she tagging her son, KP. She said, that's how that works. Say it once and that's it. We take care of everyone, but then there is no one to take care of us.
Man.
For that.
Absolutely. That is the one thing that I wish that as a child, as a teenager, as even as a mother, a young mom, a new mom, I really wish that somebody would have said to me, you're going to have those moments where nobody's going to be able to take care of you.
Yes.
And that you're going to be alone lots of times. And this is not strictly for single mothers, right? Because we all know that the men, they do, and moms, we do.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna leave it at that because I don't want to. But it's not specific to just single moms. We already know that as mothers, we carry the load immensely for our children. I'm gonna go to war, for mine.
Period.
And I wish somebody would have said that to me.
Yeah.
I wish somebody would have given me that, not even a heads up, but just to say that, yes, there are times when you're going to do this by yourself.
Yeah.
There are times when, regardless if they daddies stick around, niggas, if they daddies stick around, you're still going to be doing some shit by yourself. Because as a mother, it's our responsibility. I'm going to say our responsibility because I don't think that it's the man's responsibility to nurture children.
No.
It's our responsibility.
Not
It's what God assigned to me to nurture my kids.
Yes.
So I know that my man, whether it be they daddy, somebody else daddy, my daddy,
Big daddy,
big daddy, that's my job, is to nurture my children, right? So in that being, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be overwhelmed, I'm gonna be tired, I'm gonna be all of this. I just and Father's Day is coming up, and Tone, get ready, because we're gonna have a good Father's Day. This ain't gonna be no feel good day Father's Day podcast. Because I'm sick of this shit. But
get your shit off then.
But literally, I will say that just real quick, and I don't want to go into like dads and all that shit, but I had a son that just graduated, right? And we all know that my daughter, she's a business owner, she does all of this good shit. I'm a single mom. In the process of me trying to get my daughter, make sure she got wherever she needs, for her shop.
Yeah.
My son, make sure that he gets whatever he gets for his graduation, all of that good shit, right? 2 months prior to the graduation, son needs fees paid, blah, 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 blah. Are you going to help this XYZ? Prom time came, right?
Yeah.
There was a smear campaign put out against me, okay, by their dad.
I hate that.
So in the middle of this whole smear campaign that went out, and him basically going on social media, you trying to keep my kids away from me, blase skip, da-da-da-da. I'm holding that. And I haven't said anything about this, and I'm holding that in.
Yeah.
Right? I'm trying not to say to my kids, your daddy is a piece of shit, okay, that beat my ass. And I left him. He only had one time, because you don't fuck with me like that, right?
Yeah.
You get one time. However, I held that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to buy you a car. I'm going to do all of this for prom. Didn't happen. Didn't happen.
Wow.
Graduation. I'm going to do all of this for graduation. Didn't happen. Right? Graduation came. I had to go take tickets. I still don't know if the man came or not. Why? Because we didn't see him. There was a Facebook post, though.
Wow.
Facebook post, though. So in that time frame, you know what I had to do for my son? This man who sat and talked about me like a dog. Okay? In the middle of all of that, guess who broke herself?
Wow.
To make sure, and that's why it's gonna be fuck nigga. No, just playing.
She's being vulnerable right now.
Being vulnerable.
She's being vulnerable.
No.
Respect the mic.
I kid. I'm not gonna do that on Father's Day because I do respect fathers and I respect men. But anyway, still, don't fucking play with me. However, my point is that even in all of this, I still had to keep it together for my son.
Yeah.
Him and my daughter having conversations. They got the same dad. Having conversations. You know, the dad, you see him. Nope. We're not doing that. We're not doing that right now. Even in me, I was so hurt. I was pissed.
Yeah.
I was pissed. I wanted to make phone calls. I wanted to do all that. That was not the time for it. Right? So in that moment, my kids were able to see. They were able to see me vulnerable. Getting back to the topic. I told you I'm a preacher's kid, so I know how to bring it back. Okay? We're reeling that back in. Getting back to the topic, they were able to see me be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because I did snap. I didn't snap in the moment at the graduation. I snapped when I was in my car.
We had to get that out.
So I had to get it out. I had to get it out. Because so they were able to see that, but then they were also able to see me be able to pick that up and say, you know what? Fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? We go with and we pay attention to who shows us love.
Yeah.
If he wasn't there, if he didn't make it a point to see, if he put a however he did his screenshot, whatever the fuck he did, because he wasn't fucking there. Whatever he did, that's on him.
Yeah.
Right. So now at this point, my son, he's able to see this and he's able to say, you know what? All this bullshit that fam was talking about my mama, I know who is going to be there at the end of the day. And I know that this was all about, you know, whatever it was. So now he's able to look and he's able to say, you know what? My mama is strong. My mama is. So hopefully that allows him when he gets married, when he starts having kids. And I even told him, I said, when you have kids, don't be no fuck nigga. I was pissed. And literally, my son is 18. And this out of 18 years, this is the first time that I have ever said anything like that.
You waited till he was an adult.
Right.
Okay.
But even in that moment, that was a teaching moment for my son.
Yeah.
Because his girlfriend was there.
Wow.
So he was vulnerable in that moment with her being there and knowing not everything worked out the way that he wanted it to be. He just wanted his dad to be there. Right.
Yeah.
And so he knew that, he wasn't there for prom. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? He graduation, not there. Right. Or whatever, a mirage. I don't know what the fuck it was. I don't know. But at the end of the day, he's able to see that, you know, he was vulnerable with his girlfriend. And hopefully she doesn't bring that back up to him.
Yeah.
You know, later on and say, oh, that's why your daddy wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I don't think she will. She's a really, really sweetheart. And she has her own, you know, things.
Yeah.
But I just hope that, you know, that is an example for my son. And yes, we know that males need male examples.
Yeah.
Fuck that. People need people examples.
Yes. Let's go. People need people.
You know, people need people examples.
Fuck niggas, Ninja Twitch. I'm done.
Don't be no fuck nigga. That fuck niggas is not allowed in my home, whether you my son or my man. Okay.
Quinn said, wait, get off his fathers. He said, Tom, we doing a Father's Day pod all day. That's his revenge to you.
I don't give a fuck. Invite me. Shit.
She said, I'm coming too.
I'm coming too. Talk about
That's
y'all
so
ass.
funny.
No,
Oh my
I-
God.
One day.
Tone, let me know what it is. I'll bring y'all some food. Y'all can eat
I
on me.
love it. Potluck,
Aw.
potluck.
Yep.
Deviled eggs, I'm here.
Yep. Because
I love me some deviled
I'll bring
eggs.
That's
I'll
my
bring
favorite
y'all
breakfast.
some as y'all
My
gift.
God.
I'll bring y'all some egg rolls for
Oh my God. I'm coming. I'm a
for the
daddy.
pie. We say I'm a
Call me
daddy.
daddy.
Look, I can't say that no more. They done stepped up, so I ain't even gonna say that no
Just
more.
kidding. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
And not all and let me just put this out here, because when I get to talking, sometimes people think like, oh shit, all her. Yes, I have more than one baby daddy.
Me too.
I got 3. I
It's
don't
not
give a fuck.
uncommon.
And but sometimes that's what's like, ooh.
Yeah,
But
weird.
not all of them are deadbeats.
Right.
And I'm not even gonna say deadbeats. Not all of them are non-present.
Mhm.
Not all of them don't do what they're supposed to do.
Mhm.
It's 3 of them.
Mhm.
2 of them. So y'all have to do the math. Fuck.
Anyway.
At least you get to experience doing one.
Yeah.
Some people don't get to
Yeah,
experience it at all.
but I'm not even in my vulnerability with that. There's a lot of vulnerability that I had to get over with being a single parent,
Mhm.
being a single mother.
Yeah.
Yes.
Growing up and my kids being so young, and people like, oh, are all of those yours? Yeah, bitch, they mine.
Right.
Take care of them real good,
Yeah.
Your bitch can't do the same. I'm confident in that. But yeah, so there's a lot, with that vulnerability. And I gotta bring it back to the topic. There's a lot, in being a single parent and being, that you have to be vulnerable when it comes down to your children.
Yeah.
You have to be vulnerable when it comes down to the men that we deal with,
That's true.
our friends.
Mhm.
I just think vulnerability is, and it's hard. It gets harder and harder and harder and harder to do that with people nowadays.
One of the hardest things is to be vulnerable, and people don't talk about this that much. Even if you take accountability, it's still hard to be vulnerable when you're wrong.
Yes.
People don't talk about that enough.
Mm-mm.
Like everybody pushes this, oh, you got to be accountable. And there's a lot of people that have no problem with that.
Mhm.
But to sit in that I'm wrong,
Hell yeah, because it
and
takes
you
me
not
a minute.
the type,
shit.
you ain't, and usually you maybe
me a
you might be
week.
right about a lot of stuff,
Mhm.
but you was wrong this time.
Right.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
things didn't go how you wanted them to go, and now somebody's hurting because of it,
Mhm.
and now I got to make it better. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Mhm.
even in that
Mhm.
that vulnerability and apologizing,
Exactly.
you have to
Mhm.
be vulnerable
You have
to say
to
I am
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Exactly.
People
Mhm.
don't understand how much it can take too from somebody who usually thinks they're right all the time,
Exactly.
Mhm.
and I gotta come and say I was wrong.
Right.
Mhm. Mhm.
Put some respect on my name.
I know, right? Because what the fuck? I'm never wrong.
I'm never wrong, but I was wrong today.
I'm always
Show
right.
me some grace. Yeah. Show me some grace.
But you know
So-
what? That's something that you said that, and I say that so many times. I probably
Yeah.
say that about 10 times a week. I say that within my job, because I am a trainer. So as we know that people, when they're getting trained, they are, really hard on themselves, blah, blah, blah. And I'm doing a class right now, and I've said probably 10 times a day, give yourself grace.
Yes.
Right. Give yourself grace.
Right.
If you do not give yourself grace, you're going to be 10 times harder on yourself than you really should be.
Yeah.
When just realizing I'm human.
And I feel like people who
Exactly.
don't show grace and don't show up to themselves have a harder time taking accountability.
Yep.
They definitely.
It all
Yep.
goes hand in hand.
Yep.
They have a really difficult time with that because they want to be right all the time.
Yep.
Mhm.
And they don't want anybody to see them fail or make a
Mhm.
mistake.
Mhm.
And they're embarrassed by
Right.
it.
But you human.
Right. Like, get over it.
Yeah, like you fucked up.
Yeah.
Like,
They
damn.
say that. I fucked up.
Yeah, and then that's when I have to show my vulnerability, and I have to tell people how I fucked up.
Yes.
I don't want to tell you how I fucked
I don't want to
up.
tell you that. They don't get it. They don't get how hard it was for me to say that to
Yeah,
them.
because I be
Like,
really
that's up.
fucking up. I be really fucking
Like, if
up
I fucked
sometimes.
up, I fucked up.
I don't want to be the person who have to tell y'all, but y'all been potting for 2 hours.
We having a good time.
We having a great
Oh,
time.
Savannah, I'm a customer service trainer.
Yes, yes.
What y'all can do is Saturday.
Well, I don't even know if we're gonna do Saturday because I might be tired.
Yeah.
This new job got me tired.
Well, I would tell y'all this.
We probably will, but maybe we could do
Definitely.
a part 2.
Let me know. Let me know. I think this was dope. Y'all
Definitely
really
was.
made my
Absolutely.
night.
Definitely was.
Savannah said she wished she was here. We wish you were here too, because I
Yes.
can only imagine what else you bring to the table. You already in the comments bringing so much more to the conversation.
Maybe we can do a part 2,
I'm
Savannah
ready.
can come.
And Savannah, you are invited, my dear.
Come on, Savannah. Come on to
Savannah
the
is also a member of the panel podcast group. So shout
Come
out
on,
to
Savannah.
her. Sir Quentin also is a member of the panel podcast group.
Hey,
Thank y'all for
Thank y'all for y'all
comments.
support.
Hey.
Support.
Hey.
So before we go, I'm gonna just read I'm gonna read a couple more comments. Savannah said people don't understand. Scroll up for me, Tom.
Love you too, sweetheart.
People don't understand to
Yes.
not be a single parent. Both of the parents is in the house and they have to actively be active
Yep.
with the children.
Yes.
Yep. So
Yes.
you can be a single parent and you can be, well, this is gonna draw it out, but I agree and then I disagree
Okay.
with that. But I get where she's coming
You
from.
get where she's going.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And she said people have to understand just because you have a 2-parent household does not mean that you are not a single parent. I've been there. I've been there, sis. I've been there. Yes, absolutely. There are a lot of households with 2 parents that the mother is a single parent because the other parent is not being active with the chores or the duties when it comes to the children. Absolutely.
Yes.
I've been through that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been through that where I have to say you are here, but you are not present.
Exactly.
And the kids can tell that you are not present.
Mm-hmm.
Been there. So great.
Because them niggas left.
Great point. And then last Quentin says it's a fine line. Everyone that doesn't deserve apologies.
Nope.
So what you saying, Quentin? If somebody's an asshole to you, don't apologize? What you saying?
I think everybody deserves apology. If I wronged you in some way, I think regardless you deserve you deserve an apology.
And sometimes, I mean, when I apologize, it's not always just for you. It's also
it's
for me.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
I fucked up.
yeah, I have to do that.
Yeah. And I slapped you because you slapped me. Okay. You slapped
But
me.
we also gonna get to the point.
Yeah. You slapped me. So I slapped you. I do apologize for putting my hands on you. I don't regret it because you shouldn't have put your fucking hands on me.
Right. But I am sorry that I stepped out of character.
Oh man.
You are funny. Oh my God. Oh, she said we need some of Teezy's wine in the building. Absolutely. I do want to hit her up for some more wine. Her wine is really good.
I love a good wine. Shindig.
I think it's called 3579, I believe.
Okay.
It's delicious. Quinn said, nah, I'm saying some people got to just get that work. Yeah, I hear you, Quinn.
I'm going to give you that work, but then I may apologize for stepping out of character.
Later.
I'm not typically a smacker. I'm not typically a hands putter on her. However, I will smack the shit out of you if you smack me. I'm gonna apologize for coming out of my character. But then
Don't put your hands
on me.
You gonna learn today.
You're gonna fucking learn.
Oh, jokes aside, guys. This was great. Great topic. We might be running this back for y'all this weekend. We will let y'all know. Yes, but it is on our thoughts.
Can I do a shout out? Or not a shout out,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do a shameless plug.
Let's go.
Cause what the fuck? So listen here. I will be cooking at Black Bites Bar.
Okay, where is it located?
I think it's 1022 South 60th Street.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get them. Yes, 1022 South 60th Street. Thursday through Sunday. Come see me. I'm
Y'all
gonna be
heard that?
cooking. I will
And
be
I just
on
want to
the
say
grease.
that come tap in with me on my podcast, Love, Strength, Strength, and Love. You can find me on YouTube or Facebook.
Period.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
And then also my podcast is inside the group chat. If
Go.
y'all thought that today was some shit,
Y'all gotta chime in on her pod.
you
as
gotta
well.
try because we get litty.
Yes.
As
I
you
love
can
it.
tell.
This was great.
It
What do I
was.
cook, Savannah? I cook everything. At the bar, I'll be cooking. They have a set. They have a set menu right now, which I'll try to have some little input coming. I'm just now starting.
Get
But
them
I do
egg
cater.
rolls, girl.
I do egg rolls.
egg
lots
rolls.
of different
I'm
types of
waiting to
egg
try
rolls.
them.
I want an egg roll so bad now.
Me too.
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
got y'all.
We gonna pop in on you. Matter of fact, let's pop in on her tone as the panel with the panel team, and we will sit down. And we gonna eat with you.
Period.
Well,
What you say,
he
Tom?
said he get fed
I
anyway.
get fed anyway.
Tell him stop rubbing it in.
Tom think he can use my vulnerability to get food because I am very vulnerable to Tom. With Tom.
It is not me using my vulnerability. We just have a barter system.
I'll fuck with it.
But this
I
is at
get
the
a
bar.
barter
If you go to the bar, ain't no barter system in place. Well, you're gonna have to go to the bar. You do
We
have
going
to go to the bar,
okay? We
because
are
my
going
people
the
have
bar.
to come to the bar so that we can get some people there. Bring
Support,
your ass
baby.
to the bar.
Let's just
Oh,
go
you
support.
might invite my house.
Let's just go support. Yes, we are going to
Period.
support.
I ain't thinking
Savannah,
about Tom.
Quentin,
Go Friday. You'll be there
we'll update
Friday.
y'all.
It's gonna be litty because
Hey,
everybody's
y'all
going
coming
to. The whole crew gonna be
Period.
there Friday. Ooh, I'm with
Wait,
it.
what time?
Wait a minute. Let me just tell y'all real quick. Don't be ordering all fast and shit. This will be my first Friday. Okay, a bitch. I gotta make sure I can get these orders and shit out. Be
You
easy
got it,
with
girl.
a
You
bitch.
got it.
You
You got
it. Life easier. If you text me the menu,
Send it to us.
the panel will already know what they want. So when we show up,
It'll be ready.
we can tell you in advance.
Facts.
Love it.
There you go.
Got
That's
it.
what we
Always
doing.
Order in advance.
That's what we
Yes.
doing. I can't
That
wait.
may be able to work. May
Hey,
not.
wait. So
but
what
I'll
time
see.
y'all going? Because I'm coming too.
What time you say?
I'll be there at 8.
8 o'clock, 8
We'll be
p.m.
there at 8:30.
I was gonna say I'll be there 8:30.
Y'all want to meet?
Give her a
Y'all
little
want to
time.
meet the panel, and Miss Bianca and Miss Shavonda. Y'all meet us. Y'all got the deets. Y'all got the
You
deets.
guys go ahead.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah.
All
And I
right,
gotta
so,
go. I
Y'all
ain't
have a good night. Thank you.
Thank y'all so much for chiming in, Minding My Own Podcast, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.